Jennifer Lukey has been at the scene since early this morning. She joins us live with the very latest. Jen, how did this happen?
Well, Lynette, that is still under investigation. But what I can tell you right now is it looks like there was no other car involved, that the bus went off the road, tipped over and spun around into the opposite direction. I want to get right to the video of this scene because we're still being kept pretty far back. So where we are live now, you can't see it super great. But we have been able to get video. We know that the bus left New York City around midnight with its final destination being Niagara Falls. It made stops along the thruway to pick up and drop off passengers. Right around 7 a.m., it went off the road here along 490, tipping over, spinning around. The 28 people, as you mentioned, including the driver, were on board at the time. Most of them were able to get themselves out of the bus, but 2 had to be extricated. It took 18 ambulances to transfer all of the passengers to 4 different hospitals across our region. 1 passenger is in critical condition. The rest have various degrees of injury, but most of them, I'm told, are minor. More than 100 first responders were here on the scene this morning. The sheriff was one of them, and he explained what he came upon.
The fact that there were people out walking along 490, and of course you got a bus turned over on the side, you got people possibly trapped, we don't know who's on the bus yet. It was that surreal moment. You know, you train for these things, but when you pull up and actually see a bus flipped on its side and people literally walking in a state of confusion on the side of the road trying to figure out what just happened to them as they were just thrown about inside a bus, right? So it was surreal.
We executed what we've practiced many times, is to get the patients that are critical off the scene first and then work on the rest. There was a great triage that happened to determine who needed to go first, who was very sick, who was still on the bus. And then, as the chief said, there were people walking around the scene that we kind of corralled them into one area to kind of assess them, triage them, and get them transported in a timely fashion.
So again, back out here live at the scene, we do not know at this point what may have triggered this accident. We do not believe, according to investigators, that any other cars or semis were involved. The driver is being cooperative, according to investigators. They do not believe at this point that he was under the influence of any drugs or alcohol. He's being checked out at the hospital, but is expected to be okay. So we're really at the beginning stages of this investigation. But Lynette, I want to mention that the sheriff mentioned to me that a number of people who were driving by in their personal cars or in semi-trucks who saw the bus go off actually stopped, got out, and tried to help kind of get people off the roadway. They called 911. He said those people may have helped save lives because a lot of folks were disoriented and they were afraid they might walk into traffic. So it was real people who were first responders on this scene as well. Obviously this could have been much worse. We do have 1 person in critical condition, but very thankful today that the extent of the injuries isn't much, much more severe.
Jen, you did mention that they were headed to Niagara Falls. Do we know anything about this bus, these tours?
Yeah, so it was a flex bus, which you can sort of reserve online. It left from New York City. It made stops in Syracuse and Albany and Rochester just before this. Now, people come and go off of the bus. The ultimate destination was Niagara Falls. So right now what the Sheriff's Department is doing is trying to figure out where everybody's from. They're trying to connect them with their families. There has been a family reunification number set up that we will provide to you on our website. But right now, all of that is still sort of being determined. They're also looking at the safety records of the bus, of course. And I should mention behind me, 490 eastbound is back open now, but westbound lanes are closed through this area and will be for most of the day. The reason the eastbound lane was closed was because of the sheer number of ambulances and first responders that had to get here. They had to actually come on the highway in the wrong direction and cross over because they were caught in traffic.
Wow, quite a bizarre incident. We'll look forward to hearing more as this story develops. Thank you, Jen. We have reached out to the bus company to try to learn more about the driver. We will bring you any updates on News 10 NBC at 4.